Hey, it's Scorpius 100 and welcome back to my Liverpool career mode. Where last time I left off, I, what was I talking about? I don't know. I don't remember. Well, oh yeah, I was talking about how Liverpool play with three at the back. Well, it turned out the three at the back worked against, well, it sort of worked against Crystal Palace. We beat them 3-1. That's why I say it sort of worked. Because if it properly worked, we wouldn't have conceded a goal. But, that's how it works. And now we're going into another international break. Luckily, it'll be the last one for a while. That's in real life, obviously, because I don't know when the international breaks are in the game. Because of fitness, I have to play a low youngsters, but the return of Vincent Kompany does see that I have some experience in defense. And because Steven Gerrard is sitting on the subs bench for me today, Kompany will be captaining the team for this match, making his first start after his injury. So, anyway, let's get straight into the match. Enjoy.
Welcome to EA Sports live coverage of the Barclays Premier League. Today it's Newcastle United against Liverpool. The game, of course, under floodlights this evening. Let's cross straight to St James's Park. Your commentary team, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
Well, we've got Barclays Premier League action for you. I'm Martin Tyler, and with me is Alan Smith.
Martin, great to be here.
Well, Alan, when I'm asked what my favourite game of all time is, I always try out to say, Martin, it's a wonderful game since, but no reason to change it because it was so magnificent. Liverpool 4, Newcastle United 3 from 1996, and every time the teams square up, I think the fans as well as me personally have memories of that thriller at Anfield.
I mean, it's unrealistic to expect it to happen every time, but looking at these two sides, I wouldn't rule it out.
Alan, Liverpool, what have you made of them recently?
Well, it's been good, solid form for this side over the last few games, so it goes without saying. They will want to continue that here.
Scott McBeanie is the man with the whistle. It could be a special day, this one, for Newcastle United. We'll see. They've got the game underway. Ben Arthur. Well, they're attacking here. Might be a chance for Newcastle. Well, that's easy for the goalkeeper. There's an advantage. There was no advantage, so the referee gave it a bit of time, but he's called it back for the foul. Teixeira. Liverpool aren't even the most successful club in their own city in terms of league placings in the last couple of years. That Merseyside rivalry was one way for a long time, the red way.
It was, and one of those grounds as a player you would always look forward to going to, but never expect to get much from. I mean, it's a bit different now.
Tries the volley. He's got any chance, Alan.
Yeah, I think he's still acclimatising, to his new surroundings, but if he can take away chances like that, he's going to settle very quickly.
What a strike that was.
I think he's picked him out from that left-hand side. Wonderful delivery.
Really accurate cross.
Well, he's just got ahead of his marker, pure and simple, and he wanted it more.
And the score is 1-0. Jake Giote. challenge. They would have been in, and the cross comes in now. Well, the defender has dealt with the cross. The assistant has raised the flag for offside. Must be galling for Liverpool fans. That one thing they did take for granted, Alan, we were talking about Liverpool just now, was that they were top dog in their own city. But you know, Everton have raised their game.
Yeah, they have, and you know, David Moyes was clearly a big part of that. But Liverpool fans, well, look back on the last couple of years with any kind of fondness, and they want the natural order of things as they regard them to be restored pretty quickly.
Tim Krul, he's been in very, very disappointing form. I think he's surprised that he's been picked for the starting 11 here.
Well, sometimes you've just got to try and play your way through these periods of bad form. Sometimes you're not able to, but he's got to keep his head up, keep his chin up.
Mauricio Colaccini. Alan, what do you think about his form recently?
Been struggling, hasn't he? It's not the kind of form that we've become accustomed to with this lad. I don't know what's going on.
It's a company. Confident and quality on the ball. John Henderson. Giotto. Now company. Teixeira. Gone out over the touchline, that would be a throw to the opposition. Showing his paces here today, Alan.
He has been, and not just the goal, it was the way he linked up the play and linked with his new teammates. Very encouraging.
Aspas. He is never giving a defender a moment's peace today, Alan.
No, he's a defender's nightmare because he closes down so quickly.
But he has got some support to his right. Got past his marker. Takes the shot off. Oh, it's the post. They've got the ball back through a very good interception. Dangerous moment. Came in with the challenge and the ball broke free. Liverpool leading, but it's a pretty slender margin at this stage. Close range shots. Oh, there's penalty. He's done the job, he's the specialist. And that has got the goal from the penalty spot, well taken.
Yeah, I think some people have cut out for it, some aren't, and this guy certainly is.
Let's make it 2-0. Debussy. They feel good about that. A really strong and clean tackle. Oh, he's in. The referee is blown for half-time. It's 2-0 here. Been an intriguing first half, a fair bit of sparring in midfield. There's a lot of respect between both sides, and the fact that we've had goals, I think, tells them they're right to respect each other.
Yeah, we've got some quality midfielders to provide the chances, and also some clinical strikers out there.
So we reach half-time. 2-0 the score, with Liverpool leading. Let's take a look at the highlights from that first half And then we'll get straight back to the commentators for the rest of the contest.
Well, time is ticking away. It's time for a change, and here it comes. It's Liverpool's game to win, really. Now they've got the lead at half-time. They go for the second half. Got a great understanding, this team. Just look at the passing. Aspas. Sturridge. Daniel Sturridge is the player offside. Teixeira. Ali Sissoko. And here's the cross. What can he do now? Oh, there's no goalkeeper. He's done well to get it in from that range. Well, he's been able to just walk it into the net, and there'll be some questions asked about this later.
Oh, the keeper's gone walkabouts, but what a gilt-edged golden opportunity. Couldn't miss.
Now they lead by 3 goals to 0. Jordan Anita. I think the home team have got their work cut out here, Alan, because their stats of the visiting team are so impressive. Perfect, in fact. The last 5 league games, 5 wins.
Yeah, as a result, I think they come here as favourites. They should be the team dominating things.
He might be through. He's gone too early. He's offside. Chiote. Well done. Aspas. John Henderson. Teixeira. Mathieu Debuchy. We make it the home team 7 points they've got from the last 5 league games.
They could have done better. Of course, they could have done worse, but in front of their own fans,
Scott McBeanie, the official, has seen something he doesn't like here. Going to be a substitution here for the home side. We are going to see a substitution now. That's dealt with the problem. Players limbering up for the away team. Substitution in the offing. Could be a goal. Nice move to get away from the defender. He tried to chip the keeper. You need to get the trajectory absolutely right when you do this, and it was a good try, but the goalkeeper, I think, read his mind.
yeah, he did. He's an experienced keeper, and he's seen that situation more than once.
There's going to be 2 changes here. The got the ball back through a very good interception. Good on Anita. Henderson. Allen. Kabay. Into Company. Played to Glenn Johnson. Joe Allen. To Johnson. Well, he's had a go. If you shoot from there, Alan, you've got to find the top corner, really. Otherwise, your teammates are going to get onto you as they are to him now.
Oh, I think 1 in 1,000 would beat the keeper from that kind of distance, and really doesn't need to be taking a chance from there.
For the away side, this is a tough ask, really, but they've won 8 in a row after all, so it can't be that tough.
When it gets to that point, you expect to win, whether you're home or away, and they have reached that point, these players.
Daniel Sturridge. Sinclair. The last few minutes have been very straightforward. There's been little chance of a comeback, and it's been one-way traffic, really. Stop the cross. He's done well there, defender. And hits it. They don't just want to win this. They really want to rub the noses of the opposition in the dirt. Like the look about Liverpool today. There haven't been any phases in the game where they've looked vulnerable. And it's not really going to get the better of him from that range, especially when he can see it all the way. We're down now to the final 2 minutes of the 90. Remy. Remy.
Extra 2 minutes for adding 2 minutes.
Now Company. It's risky for the goalkeepers to try and catch the ball these days, but he's caught this one. It's a very well fought victory here. The referee has put that in the record books by blowing the final whistle. 3-0 the margin of victory.
Well, a 3-0 win is as good as just about any win. Any win is good. Next game is against Arsenal. In the league. That'll be the second and last game of the of this particular video. It'll be a second straight game for Vince and company. It'll be great. It's good to have my regular center back pairing of company and Hummels back after so long. I was talking briefly just before the game against Newcastle how Liverpool beat Crystal Palace. During the game, Daniel Agger made his return. He came on with about 20 plus minutes to go. That's a good sign that he's back. And I think Glenn Johnson is going to be returning in real life soon as well. So I'm expecting that Liverpool will soon go back to a regular 4 at the back and not with the 3 at the back. But I guess maybe Glenn Johnson will be good to go for the next game after the international break. As far as I know, Roy Hudson hasn't called him up. At least that's as far as I know. Maybe he hasn't. I didn't hear it. I haven't heard who Roy Hudson has called up, to be honest with you guys. I know they were talking about who Hudson would call up for, who he could call up for striker. I know it's probably a bit selfish, but I would prefer if the Liverpool players didn't play for their countries, because that could go badly. They could come back injured or something like that. Now, that would be a very bad, very bad. It would be a very bad thing. It would be a very bad break for Liverpool. It would hurt our chances at doing well in the league. Should any kind of injury befall any more of our players. This season. I mean, so far we've had enough injuries just to do us just fine. Our injury amount. Let's just say it's good enough. That's all. No more injuries, please. I mean, I know it's impossible. Well, it's not impossible to avoid injury. It's just very hard to avoid injury. Anyway, hopefully Liverpool's injury problems won't get any worse. I mean, enjoy the game against Arsenal.
Welcome to EA Sports live coverage of the Barclays Premier League. Today it's Arsenal against Liverpool. Let's cross straight to the Emirates. Here's your commentary team, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
Hi there, I'm Martin Tyler. With me today, Alan Smith, and we've got a match from the Barclays Premier League for you.
Yep, thanks Martin. Delighted to be here, as I always am for these occasions.
I think we can delve into the history books here to Anfield in 1989 with Alan Smith alongside me. Arsenal against Liverpool. Every time it comes round, Alan, you must remember that glorious night for the Gunners and yourself.
Yeah, always brings back memories. That one being one of the most famous games, I think, in Football League history. Let's hope we get a similar occasion today.
Who is going to referee the game today? Gavin Mansfield. Arsenal to kick off. It's their ball again. A good intercepting play. Gerrard with the ball. That's on Company. Now Johnson. It's a good run from Glenn Johnson. Xavi Alonso keeps it going. Free kick given, and they have to just come back and take it. Stania. Arsenal will be looking for victory today. Surely he's going to score here. Oh, too early, offside. Koscielny. And there is some backup for him in this position. He's in here. Oh! That's a big call by the assistant. The flag has gone up. He would have been in for goal.
Yeah, it was a wonderful opportunity, but looking back on it afterwards, they can have no complaints.
First touch was good, but he's got to work hard to keep the ball. Hummels. Johnson. The home team have got their work cut out here, Alan, because their stats in the visiting team are so impressive. Perfect takeout. Last 5 league games, 5 wins.
Yeah, as a result, I think they're coming here as favourites. They should be the team dominating things.
Tackle here. This attack looks good for Gerrard. And he's going to shoot. You can understand his eagerness to try and get in. They're holding a high line, but he's offside. Towards Lewandowski. No doubt about that goal kick. Reasonable run. Last 5 league games, we tend to look at that. 8 points.
Not set the world alight, have they? But they've slowly improved those points, and maybe at the end of the year they'll be seen as good points.
Looking for Aguero. Gerrard going into his stride now. And it's a block away by the defender. That'll be the goalkeeper's ball now. It's poor at the throw, he's thrown it straight to the opposition. And that's handball, referee's seen it. Well, the retirement of Sir Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger, very much the senior figure now in Premier League management.
Yeah, he's had a bit of stick, hasn't he, lately, Arsene, when they've had some bad performances, getting knocked out of cup competitions, and obviously not winning any trophies.
Oh, it has to be! What a chance! Clean out the goalkeeper, just couldn't get it on target.
Well, he's on his own there, and he's done all the spray work himself, just couldn't produce the finish.
This could be a real benchmark for the visiting team today, because if they win this game, they'll take their current run to 10 consecutive victories.
That's something to aim for. What a marvellous total it would be. They played some great stuff, really good.
Coutinho. To go back to what we were talking about, Alan, with the retirement of the esteemed Manchester United manager, Arsene Wenger, the professorial figure, is now the senior figure in Premier League management.
Yeah, and he's the most successful Arsenal manager ever. He'll be one that we'll look back on as one of the great managerial figures in our game in years to come.
Well, he has a go. That defense. Oh! Still in play here. Oh, it's in back. Liverpool have got the goal.
Well, you've got to ask questions of the defence because they just didn't follow in now.
Another angle on it here. And the score is 1-0. Here's Flamini. And Podolski. The opposition back off, they could be in trouble when the ball gets to here. Coutinho. Robert Lewandowski. Marco Reus. Well, he saved it, and he's kept it as well. Good challenge from that sliding tackle from the defender. Edin Dzeko. So it's 1-0 here as the half-time whistle goes. Two sides going at it, hammer and tongs, and the match is still there to be won in the second half.
Yeah, maybe it's going to take a little bit of inspiration from one of the two sets of strikers. We'll see in the next 45.
So we reach half-time. 1-0 the score with Liverpool leading. Let's take a look at the highlights from that first half, and then we'll be straight back to your commentary team for the rest of the game.
Change in personnel for both teams at this moment. Second half coming up at the Emirates. Gavin Mansfield is about to intervene here. Opposition have got the ball back. He's in the clear. Benny. The ball slaps. Absolutely fantastic play from a fantastic team. And wow, that's a goal that really rubber stamps all their credentials.
Well, he's been head against boys out there, Martin. Hasn't been such a professional performance.
And it's 2-0 here. They've got the ball back through a very good interception. Well, he's beaten his man. Great chance. Straight in sharply, read it well. And he takes the shot. Very good piece of blocking. Jack Wilshere he's been in very, very disappointing form. I think he's surprised that he's been picked for the starting 11 here.
Yeah, well, sometimes you've just got to try and play your way through these periods of bad form. Sometimes you're not able to, but he's got to keep his head up, keep his chin up.
There he was with the challenge, but he just lost his balance at the crucial moment.
Yeah, didn't seem committed to the shot. He didn't seem comfortable with it.
Well, it's risky for the goalkeepers to try and catch the ball these days, but he's caught this one. A goal! In with a chance! Lewandowski, that's another goal from a player that they brought in for this season, and it was a very wise move, Alan.
I think it was. He's done himself justice. He's proved that he was worth all the effort to bring him to the club.
Well, chaos defensively, Alan, with the goalkeeper a long way away from home.
Yeah, I mean, he won't score an easier goal than that in his entire career, will he?
That's a good lead, 3-0. Lucas Podolski. You can tell he wants to score. David Alaba. Marco Reus. This has been a great performance. Well, there's room for the player here. And here's the shot. Well hit and well saved. Cross from Steven Gerrard. Lewandowski! He's gone for goal. Pushed back into play by the goalkeeper. Well, the goalkeeper's kept them in it here with that save and save again. It's their ball again. Good intercepting play. Well, there's room for the player here. That's a big call by the assistant. The flag has gone up. He would have been in for goal.
Yeah, it was a wonderful opportunity, but looking back on it afterwards, they can have no complaints.
Robert Lewandowski, he's been a real contributor to this team in his first season at the club with goals.
Yeah, he has been. It's been worth the effort and the money it took to bring him to the football club.
He's got space. He takes the shot. Never quite right in his body position.
So important to get your feet sorted out and to get your balance right. You just couldn't do it.
The change now for Arsenal. It's one back. They'll need to try and get the ball back now. Lucas Podolski. There's a cross on here from this position, and his teammates peering into the box. Fine try from a fair way out.
Well, he looked around, I think he believed he had nothing else on, so why not have a crack?
This is a key moment for the manager. He knows he's got the lead, And he's now going to do his best to try and retain that. Yeah, Walcott. Well, if all the offsides are like that for the assistants today, they'll be pretty happy because that was so straightforward.
Well, I think the defence will hope that those forwards continue in that line and don't use the brains.
Good collective defending by Arsenal. As you look at those offside stats.
They go back four and they've got well in tandem here.
Could be a gap here. And he goes for goal! Still on the attack and they've got a corner. Here's the shot. Corner to be taken. He read it and cut it out. Oh, he's going to shoot now. A goal from Liverpool. Still going strong, right to the final whistle. They've got a late goal here. You never know, there might be time for another.
I think if you're a striker, you fancy yourself to get on the score sheet. You've got a chance to increase your goal tally. And I think all the teams are ruthless, Martin. This team have been exactly that there. They wouldn't let up. They've been salting the wounds.
Very good save and a very clean one as well. The ball didn't bounce off him. And there it is. It is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, hope you've enjoyed your game here.
Well, one team's coming off looking pretty fresh. They've been chasing the game, haven't they, the whole time?
Yeah, they have.
Another big victory. 4-0 over Arsenal. Two very comfortable scorelines. Two very good wins. 6 more points. Pretty good, run, if I do say so myself. Leave it there, and I will see you all next time. Like, comment, and subscribe.